For many parents, having their child go overseas for an entire summer, semester, or year can be a huge source of stress. In these videos, we are hoping to answer some questions parents might have and to alleviate any fears regarding your students studying abroad. To begin with, our office offers students a wide variety of options to study abroad. Whether the student wants to travel to a particular region, take a specific class, or even participate in a unique internship, our office will have different options for them to choose from. When studying abroad, each student will choose from one of the 3 different program models that best fits their budget, academic schedule, and expectations. These 3 models are Exchange, Direct Enroll, and Affiliate Provider. In Exchange and Direct Enroll, students often may have a higher level of independence than they would if they chose an affiliate program. This is because when students choose either of these 2 programs, they will enroll directly at their chosen international university, where they have the freedom to navigate their host country at their own leisure. In the exchange program, a student will trade places with a native student of the host institution while paying UND tuition and fees. So, if this person decides to study abroad at Karlstad University in Sweden, they could change places with a Swedish student who will come to study abroad at UND. For direct enroll, as the name suggests, the student will instead directly enroll in their international host institution for the semester or year. This also means that instead of paying UND tuition, they will be paying the tuition of the host university. If a student would rather enroll in the affiliate program, they will also be paying tuition to that provider rather than UND. The benefit of going through an affiliate program is that the student will have additional guidance since these programs often offer other services such as organized cultural excursions, airport pickup, welcome meals, and other such perks. In addition to these 3 program models, students could also participate in a faculty-directed program. These programs are often run by a faculty member who decided to teach a UND credit-bearing class abroad. For these programs, a group of UND students and faculty will travel together to a specific country related to their class topic for a short time span, usually ranging from 1 to 3 weeks, and together, they will explore the country and have a more in-depth learning experience than they would receive in a traditional classroom setting. These programs can vary from year to year, so students should talk to the professor to see if they are offering any such programs in their discipline. Whatever your student's choice, our office will be here to guide them to choosing the perfect program to fit their needs. And once they have selected a country to study in, we will help prepare your student for their overseas adventure. Once your son or daughter has chosen their ideal program, there are many steps that they must complete before they go abroad. First of all, it is the student's responsibility to apply for a passport or to ensure that their passport is still up to date. Second, depending on the country they will travel to and the length of time they will spend abroad, they may need to apply for a visa. This could require a trip to Chicago in order to visit their particular country's consulate, where they will submit the necessary paperwork for the visa they need. Your son or daughter will be given more information about this process when it is time to apply. However, knowing that they may need to make this trip is something that they should consider before committing to their study abroad program. In addition, some programs may also require students to have specific vaccinations such as the COVID vaccine before entering the country. Students need to make sure that they fulfill these health requirements before they leave for their program. Furthermore, there are steps that need to be taken at UND before students leave to study abroad. Students need to first meet with their academic advisor to go over how many classes they should take abroad and what specific classes they should enroll in. Once they have discussed this, the student will need to submit a petition for academic credit, which ensures that the classes the student takes abroad will transfer back to UND in the appropriate amount of credit hours, and will indeed count towards either a major, minor, or essential studies requirement, or if it will just count as an elective. Students will also need to fill out a budget form that breaks down the cost of attending the student's particular program. This helps them to understand exactly how much their program will cost, including food, transportation, health insurance, textbooks, and more. Additionally, they will submit this form to Student Finance to ensure that their financial aid and scholarships can apply towards their expenses abroad. These steps can seem daunting to students at first, but our office is always here to help walk students through these steps. We also have a Blackboard course for all of our study abroad students where we talk about important topics such as health, safety abroad, visa information, packing, and more. We are committed to ensuring that your son or daughter are as prepared as possible before they travel. For this reason, we also have a Predeparture Orientation where we answer students' questions and cover other important topics. For many of our students, this may be the first time that they are traveling alone, and the fact that they will be traveling overseas can seem even more intimidating. Our Predeparture Orientation is structured to alleviate any fears or worries students might have, and it also gives them the opportunity to meet with other UND students who could be studying in the same city or region. During the orientation, we make sure that students are accomplishing the necessary steps mentioned previously. We also introduce new tools and topics to help prepare them for being a student abroad. We first remind students that they are representatives of both America and UND, and thus should be respectful and understand the laws of that country. If students have not done so already, we provide activities during the session to familiarize themselves with the culture of their individual countries. Speaking of which, adjusting to a different culture may sometimes be difficult for many. So, students are given tips and resources that will help them during this period of adjustment. We next talk to the students about thinking ahead. We ask them to consider the following questions and to make the necessary plans according to their particular situation. We have them consider what type of accommodations they will be living in. An apartment, a dorm, a homestay? Do they need to pack or buy anything for their accommodations? Second, what type of transportation will they have access to? How will they be transported from the airport to their accommodations? Are they being picked up? Or do they need to find their own way once they land? The third consideration is in regards to food. Are there any foods they need to avoid due to allergies? Next, we ask them about their communication plan. How will they communicate with loved ones back home? And how often? The last question is concerning COVID. Will they need to quarantine in their country? If so, for how long? These are just a few examples of eventualities that we ask students to consider and make plans based on their particular situation. In addition to helping students think ahead, our orientation gives students the tools they need to stay safe. During the session, we have students download the Safe Campus app, which alerts students if a situation occurs in their country. We also talk about ways to stay safe when living in a foreign country. Ultimately, we try to prepare the students as much as possible for their study abroad program. If your student has any questions or concerns about studying abroad, our contact information can be found on our website.